No, cuidado, meu cachorro. Meu cachorro. Relax, relax. No. Yeah, relax. Putting the flag back on the tuk-tuk. Sim, obrigado. Alright legends, if you've seen the last episode, you know how much Pepe and Elsie have helped us out. We're setting out on the road, heading up north, getting to know more of the coast of Brazil, but this has been an incredible break. Thank you legends. Thank you so much.
Welcome,
thanks
Ryan.
Pepe, thanks Elsie. Alright, ready Pads? Ready? Alright, vamos, please.
Bye, Daddy.
Please. Good girl. It's ready to rock and roll.
North is that way, so you can go either way, but you gotta
I think I might try the dirt road. All good? You're both incredible people. Don't forget that.
Oh goodness.
No, truly. I wish you the best. Ciao, legends. It's a stinker of a day today, I'll tell you that. It's a very hot day today. We're now leaving the small town of Serra Grande and heading north to about Valença. We'll see how far we get today. By the way, after popular demand, we're gonna go less handheld with ourselves getting a 360 camera and the suction cup GoPro. This is a handheld GoPro. It has the microphone, so there'll be less of this, less of me talking, more of me focused on the driving and more showing off Miss Pats as well.
After staying a week here, not once have we seen a police checkpoint set up at the end of the dirt road. In such shock, I stalled the tuk-tuk upon seeing them and looked very suspicious starting it back up again.
Bom dia.
And eventually, driving past.
Woo! Who's gonna drive you home? Patters!
After nearly 3 months driving a tuk-tuk more than halfway across Brazil, we are still yet to be stopped by police.
What's the pattern saying? It's always a bit difficult just getting back on the road after spending a week with incredible people and a bit of a social life in that sense. We had plenty of dinners out and lunches and breakfast together. Patty and I really felt at home. Relax, man.
I've seen this lookout a few times in passing during my stay here, but I always knew I wanted to bring the tuk-tuk here and have it parked alongside as a final goodbye to my stay in Ilhéus.
Absolutely stunning place this is, on the beach. These beaches were literally a walking distance from just kind of where we were staying for the week. So Patty and I did actually get to use them and make the most of them. Get your Patty. Patty, close. Get close. You want to get to know new people, don't you? Good girl, Baba. I'm sorry, friends. Would you be able to take a... and I'm speaking English, my bad. What a terrible habit. All right, come, sit. If you could, yeah, just a little bit of the view, that'd be perfect. Nice. Obrigado. Where are you from?
I'm from here.
Oh.
I'm from Rio, actually.
What a place, this country, right?
Where are you from?
I'm from Australia. You picked up on that. Yeah, and she's from Bolivia, actually.
From Bolivia.
Yeah, we've been traveling for a little while.
Nice. I'm traveling with my dog as well. But
Oh,
I'm
really?
home because it's raining a lot.
And home is in Rio?
I have a house here as well.
Fantastic.
My home is in Italy.
That's
My
nice.
home is here as well.
Beautiful language. Blessed to get to know it. Okay, guys, take care, yeah? More of this, I think, along the coast of Brazil. Let's do it. We're loving it. bem, amigos? Tudo bem? Que boa vista, né? Incrível. We're so lucky to be living a bit of this lifestyle. Wow. In a tuk-tuk with my dog. An Australian traveling with an adopted Bolivian pup in an Indian vehicle that we bought in Bolivia, traveled 7 countries. About to get to know our 8th in about a couple months, French Guyana. That's gonna be nice to drive behind this bus. It's gonna be very nice to drive behind this bus.
Como? Alguma coisa?
Não, estava deixando ela para tomar água. So nice that they actually passed and then they turned around. You good? You had your water? You had your water break? A couple of cars behind us. Just the rolling hills of the coast of Brazil. There's a lot of mountains actually, so sometimes we're a bit slower than we'd like to be. But everyone's very courteous, letting us past. And they're happy to see us. We're fortunate for that. Here you go, Bubba. The Bubba Patties. So for a moment there, I was wondering why we were going through so much fuel. We do have to fill up, and it's because I forgot to change the setting on the carburetor. So right now the airflow is at an all-time high, and I've got to just switch this screw. See, that was enough to make it cut. So just a half turn will do. It's a lot better now. Ain't a miss parts, but we do have to fill up the fuel. You can even see beside me, that's their makeshift bus stop in Brazil. And since the tuk-tuk's got such a small fuel tank, just 8 liters, we do have to stop 2 to 3 times in a day to fill up, with this being 20 liters. So you can see that even less than half the size is what we're working with in the tuk-tuk there. Please. What's it? Lá. Vai para lá. Aqui. Sim, ela morde, mas...
Da Argentina!
É a Argentina.
Ele me tirou eu jogador de bola do Japão.
Aham.
Na Maradona. E você tá indo para onde?
Quitungo.
Eu tô indo para lá pro Quitungo.
Quitungo.
Eu tô indo para onde em Maraú?
Onde? Lá?
É para lá. 5 deu vai ter duro.
Não entendi. O que ele quer?
Eu quero um Taipava.
Ele fala que ele é louco.
Taipava.
Tá bom. Obrigado, meu. Valeu. Tá bom.
Jogador.
Aham. Não, cuidado, meu cachorro. Meu cachorro. Ah, que beleza. No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah, relax. Relax, relax. Yeah. Meu Deus, Patrice, what's... She's very protective. She didn't like the look of that guy. He was either asking for money for more alcohol, because he was very drunk, or he wanted to be taken somewhere, but the other locals gave me directions and I'm back on track. I didn't know which way to go at this intersection that I just took. A lot of highway shacks that have just been put up there, and Brazilian locals have actually mentioned also that the further north we go, the more poorer the areas get, unfortunately. So while they have wooden and sometimes brick houses here, they're gonna maybe turn into more mud style of houses. Not everyone, but more poverty the further north we're gonna go along this coast. Yeah, the jackfruit and some scrap metal, that gentleman back there. People just recycling more. Wow, man. I have to stop off because the tree coverage doesn't allow us to see it so well, but maybe from this vantage point of a little highway crossing that they've got here, we're gonna be able to see these canals and the canal system that we've been driving along. It's been a pretty productive day of driving so far, and we're gonna very much stop soon. Patty and Tori do need a rest. Look at this. This is a view. I bet people come up here just to admire it. Very simple architecture, although they are building a 3-level house, which is pretty uncommon through this area of the coast here. Check it out though. I can tell you now, nobody would use this, by the way, to cross the highway, because there's a walkway and then you're there anyway. It's a great design and it's not a lookout. Maybe they've designed it to kind of be a lookout, but I don't believe that. So I believe this is a little township called Camamu. And this is the bridge entry. Look at that. To the bank. So this is indeed Camamu. And I hope we're gonna be able to find some maybe lunch here. How do we stall? Oh my gosh. Illegal to go that way. My bad, my bad. Wow. Isn't this something? I realized that we had to stop off, Miss Pats. Oh, that's nice. So there's the fuel station for the boats. It's quite a good brand as well. And that's what we wanted. We wanted Miss Pats to just have a little run around. Nice, man. This one's got a bit of water in it, unfortunately. A lot of rain. Recently, a Brazilian mentioned as well, when one or all sides of the buildings are still brick and are missing gyprock and even paint, they can actually pay a far cheaper tax of a property tax, or they might not pay any property tax at all. A lot of the houses are, yeah, they're making the most of that rule. This house as well, how they've got the side of it just left as brick. But that top one, no, that's all gyprocked up and finished. So they'd be paying a full property tax. Tudo bem, amigos? Está pescando coisas? Com sorte ou não? Hoje não. Ai, mais ou menos. Que tipo de pés você quer? Cubalo. Aham, cubalo. Desculpa. Tem dourado aqui ou não? Não. Nice. Pretty good spot, ain't it, Pats? Yeah, so we have been driving for quite a while. I think it's time to have some sort of lunch before we miss the lunch window. Look at this town. A lot's closed. Ah, it's a Sunday. We might not have any luck, actually. But that's alright. Figure something out. Small town coastal vibes here in Brazil. I think it can't be beaten. In a tuk-tuk as well, we are definitely making the most of the fact that the trucks and the main highway is about probably 50 kilometers to our left. It runs parallel up the coast, and we get to just go from town to town in between these incredible sights. Was he trying to get me on the bus? I couldn't figure that out. And it's nice to not always have my phone with me and checking routes and things. It's kind of, as long as I've got the ocean on my right, we're smooth sailing. We're going north. We can't go any further east. Tudo bem, amigos? This could be the go. This is where we'll stop. Pode comer, senhor? Pode comer Ah, já. Valeu, valeu. Valeu. There is such a nice selection here. Making the most of the healthy alternatives to lanchonetes and beautiful little. Just had the bus stop off, so even the bus legends all lead through. Nice. No, obrigado. Break, good girl. Haven't we found a treat here in Camamu? This is special, Pats. Tudo bem? É bom lugar para comer aqui, né? What can you eat? Where's the patty tax? One sec. Sit. Patty, sit. You're good. Here you go. Oh no! Sorry, we missed. That was my fault. You like that though? A little bit more. Oh, it just comes straight off the meat. Good girl, Baba. So I've got a bit of everything there, and it's very nice to let the tuk-tuk just rest. Someone does not like the rain, hey? It's just started to kind of come down. You can barely see it, but... Okay, relax. Lie down, Baba.
Aí já foi, o cara joga toda hora, rapaz. Tá zero bala pra você. Vai a mesa, vai os tacos, também o fogo do sinuque também. Tudo forradinho, tudo bonitaço. Entre em contato com a gente, tá certo?
Look at this, ladies and gentlemen.
E aí, massa? Bora?
Boy, have we made a bit of a scene turning up here. I've never seen this many men outdoors on a Sunday at lunch. There is very, very little amount of women because it's actually a snooker or pool tournament. Bars, food, a $285 grand prize. It's 1,500 reais. And somebody's gonna take that away. Very impressive. A bit of culture on a Sunday, Miss Pats. Drinking and pool in the center of a small town, man. I don't know where we are. We're gonna continue on. But they did say, tudo bem, meu. The Guarda Civil, that's the security for the town, for the municipal. They did say that I could join in if I'd want, but I'm good. We're continuing on. Wow, this is a nice spot. This is one of the nicest small towns I've seen. That had a basketball court, river running through, very nice center, and then an open plaza. Wow. Amigos, 001? 001? Valença. Lá. Obrigado. Relax, desculpa. É lindo essa barra.
Pode tirar foto aí, vontade.
Ah, que bom. Obrigado, tchau. Obrigado. Oh my goodness. Pati, relax, please. Barking at everybody. So, there is no judgment. We're in a very difficult part of the world, right? But they did have their baby between them on the motorcycle. And I think that a lot of families that are on the up and coming, right? Maybe coming into a bit of finance, maybe getting a stable job, they've got a kid, they might have 2 kids, especially with all the rain that we've seen today even. A lot of young families look at our tuk-tuk, ones that are on motorbikes, and I'm sure they're thinking, if only we could get a tuk-tuk, because it's a slightly more safer, protective, fuel efficient, cheaper vehicle that isn't a car. It's maybe the hybrid, the one step above a motorcycle, step down obviously from a car with airbags and somebody that can drive the highway speed limits. But for just around here, I can see why Peru, Bolivia, these countries have tuk-tuks. Brazil doesn't have a tuk-tuk system, and that's the town's church. Did you hear that? Somebody's reacting to the vehicle. This is a very, very nice setup. Looks like some farm lands or something on the hillside. We've got like the greenery, maybe apple trees. I can't tell from here. This is a good day. We've gotten pretty far as well. Going coastal, flat. Minas Gerais, where we've just come from, was very hilly, ladies and gentlemen. We would drive all day and we'd go nowhere. So this is nice. This is a good change up. Yeah, I go through these small towns so quick. Sometimes I don't even know the names to show them off, but that was Nilo Picana. So this is a different town. It looks pretty similar, but it's not the same town that we were just before at. This is a different place, but it has the same beautiful charm. Oh my goodness. You just got beat up, lifted utes, epic plazas. Brazil, man. I'm gonna pull off. All right, where are we? Where are we? Taparoa, hey? The charm of Taparoa. Far out. This is the statement piece of this town. Look at this. Wowzers. Very cool, very cool. É de Bolívia?
Ah, é Bolívia?
Aham.
De lá da Bolívia pra cá?
Bolívia, Ushuaia, aqui, sim. E Peru também, tudo isso.
Descendo aqui, um braço de mar, uma orla.
Fundo de Boa Vista.
Sim, manguezal.
Nice. That's the sign. That's the sign. I was at the little baby one. Taparoa. And there's the coast. I'm a lover of esplanades, especially
since it reminds me a lot of home. I used to drive the motorbike in Brisbane in Australia, where I'm from. Good girl. You like, hey, whoa, that wasn't the word. Come on, place. Stay. Brake. There you go, free. Good girl, you're the best. So they've got a little futsal court. Behind it, it's a skate park. There's a walkway esplanade. And this is a sight. This is why we travel, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't seen too many of these sites like this. And I'm loving that I'm getting to just, damn, this some stuff like it reminds me of a movie, some foreign movies maybe. Wow, so this is all salt water, but we are in like a very large canal system that runs out to the ocean. These are just little small, long wooden boats. A little bit shorter than maybe what you'd see in parts of Asia, but this is Brazil. You're the best, Butters. You're the best. You know you're the best.
Coastal farmland looks like, I guess. A lot of coconut trees, palm trees. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the middle of nowhere. I was about to keep on driving, but we have stopped off, right? I've got to show this absolute madness off. You can hear the music from here already. You have to see this place, man. Brazil, it continues to amaze me every single day I'm in this country. It's a Sunday, by the way, 5 p.m. Amigo. Desculpa. ¿Qué está pasando aqui? É uma festa? É festa, é. Festa para quê? É porque quebrou o pé deficiente. Ah, de clube são grana. Futebol, para futebol. É bom, é bom. There's a lot of places on my travel I do feel like a bit of an outsider, and I'll tell you that for sure. I get some mixed like definitions of why there's a party. I think it's because the local soccer club won some championship. But oh my gosh, we're closer than ever to Valencia. We keep finding random little things along the way that just surprise me. Every time there's more and more examples of why Brazil is not a real place. It's like it's too perfect. There's too much charm, too much like a sprinkle of everything in this freaking country. That's when I say Brazil is not real, it's only from the most positive place in my heart.
Anywhere here will do, actually. That is the municipal theater. I wonder if it still goes. So yeah, any hotel is where we're gonna stop for the night. Interesting. Hotel por aqui, amigo? Hotel? Hotel para dormir? Hotel? Lá. Tem garagem? Tem garagem? Não. Okay, obrigado.
Apparently we're moving in to a section of Brazil, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't sound good. Good luck, Legend, with his car. Yeah, but less and less hotels I'm finding have garages, and that's going to be a big issue for us. And I don't feel safe ever really leaving the tuk-tuk on the street. All these canals have brought us to quite an interesting bit of scenery today, ladies and gentlemen.
It is indeed apparently a party boat. I just spoke with one very sunburnt bloke. Anyway, this is what Valence is known for, so we're gonna get a capture of it from the sky. So this looks like when it's in season, these are market stalls. By the way, that was an absolute messy time. A little bit of an intoxicated lady trying to give Patty some pats, but Patty wasn't having any of it. So yeah, that was a party boat. Very, very cool. I'll tell you what there is in Valencia apart from these boats. Every man and their dog apparently has a solar panel. Did you see that from the sky? Notice all the solar panels? Absolutely insane. Hopefully here accepts dogs, has a garage, we'll see about it. Yeah. Come on, Bubba, let's go. You want to rest? It's been a big day. Come on, Bubba, let's go to the hotel. You rest there. Let's go. Oh, you're the cutest. How come Patty's the cutest? So yeah, we got the garage sorted and the hotel. That'll be dinner, I think. A little bit of a burger. How about that, Pats? Yeah. Ah, perfeito. Obrigado. Look at this madness, Pats. Good gal. Nice, man. We've got a takeaway burger. We scoffed that Patty has assumed the position. Just want to thank you all for tuning in. It was a pretty hectic day. Very much greenery, scenes, and a lot was happening for a Sunday in Brazil. It was pretty hectic, I gotta tell you, but very, very much enjoyed the sights and the scenes today. If you enjoyed the video, please give a subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like, share it to your friends. It really helps the algorithm. Call it there. What a day, legends.